Hi and welcome to Glow English, where we help you grow your English skills with meaningful stories and real-world topics. Let's begin our lesson, the common traits of serial killers. Introduction. Serial killers have always shocked society. We often hear their names in news reports, documentaries, or crime shows. People wonder, how can someone kill again and again, often without guilt? Are they born this way, or do they become this way because of their life experiences? In this talk, we will explore the most common traits of serial killers. We will look at their childhood, personality, habits, and thoughts. The goal is not to make you afraid, but to understand the psychology behind these individuals. 1. Difficult childhood. Many serial killers had very hard childhoods. Some were abused by their parents, physically, emotionally, or sexually. Others were ignored or not loved. This lack of love and safety during early years can hurt a child's brain and emotional growth. They may grow up without learning how to love, trust, or feel empathy. For example, Ted Bundy, a well-known American serial killer, had a confusing and painful childhood. He did not know who his real parents were, and his family lied to him for years. In some cases, serial killers saw violence at home. If a child watches one parent hurting another, they may think violence is normal. 2. Lack of empathy. One of the most common traits of serial killers is lack of empathy. Empathy means understanding and sharing the feelings of others. Most people feel sad when they see someone cry or suffer, but serial killers often feel nothing. They do not care if others are in pain. In fact, some even enjoy watching people suffer. This emotional emptiness makes it easier for them to kill. They may see people as objects, not as human beings. This helps them kill without feeling guilt or fear. For example, Jeffrey Dahmer, another famous killer, said he felt like he was just watching a movie while killing people. 3. Manipulation and charm. Not all serial killers are scary at first sight. In fact, many of them are friendly, charming, and smart. They know how to make people trust them. They can lie very well. This is a form of manipulation, making others believe something that is not true. This trait helps them get close to victims. For example, Ted Bundy pretended to be injured and asked for help. When someone came close, he attacked them. Many people who met him thought he was kind and polite. This shows that serial killers can hide their dark side very well. They wear a mask in public. This makes them even more dangerous. 4. Need for control. Serial killers often want to control others. They feel powerful when they decide who lives and who dies. This desire for control can come from a childhood where they felt weak or helpless. Now, as adults, they want to feel strong. Some killers take trophies from their victims, like clothes, jewelry, or hair. These items help them remember the killing and feel powerful again. Others choose victims who are smaller or weaker than them. This gives them more control during the crime. This need for control can also be seen in how they plan their actions. Many serial killers plan their crimes carefully. They choose the time, place, and victim in a very organized way. 5. Obsession with fantasy. Another common trait is obsession with fantasy. Many serial killers live in a world of their own imagination. They create stories in their mind about power, violence, or revenge. These fantasies become stronger over time. Some even act them out with animals or objects before moving on to people. Their real life may feel boring, but in their fantasy, they are the hero. They feel strong, respected, and important. But these fantasies are dangerous. They help the killer ignore right and wrong. After many years, the fantasy becomes more real than real life. Some serial killers even write stories or draw pictures of their imagined world. These drawings often show violence or control. 6. Trouble with relationships. Most serial killers cannot keep normal relationships. They may not have close friends or healthy romantic partners. Even if they do, these relationships are often full of lies and control. This is because they do not know how to love or connect with others. Some serial killers feel lonely or different from others. They do not feel like they belong in society. This feeling of being an outsider can lead to anger or hate. They may blame others for their problems. Also, many serial killers feel no guilt after killing. They may continue their normal life, going to work, seeing friends, as if nothing happened. This shows how emotionally disconnected they are. 7. Antisocial personality disorder, ASPD. Some serial killers are diagnosed with a mental condition called antisocial personality disorder. People with ASPD often lie, break rules, and do not care about others' feelings. They may hurt others for fun or personal gain. Having ASPD does not mean someone will become a killer. But many serial killers show signs of this disorder. They may act without thinking about consequences. They may enjoy risky or cruel actions. Psychologists use tests to check for ASPD. If a person scores high on these tests, it means they have traits like lack of remorse, impulsivity, and dishonesty, all common in serial killers. 8. Early signs of cruelty. Studies show that many serial killers started with small acts of cruelty. As children or teens, they may have hurt animals, started fires, or bullied others. Hurting animals is especially common. If a child enjoys making an animal suffer, it shows a lack of empathy. This behavior can grow over time. Later, the child may turn to people. This pattern, animal cruelty, fire setting, and bedwetting, is sometimes called the McDonald triad. Not every killer shows these three signs, but many do. 9. Intelligence and planning. Many serial killers are highly intelligent. They are not crazy or random. They think clearly and make careful plans. Some have good jobs or university degrees. Their intelligence helps them avoid being caught for many years. For example, Dennis Rader, known as the BTK killer, worked for a church and had a family. Nobody expected he was a killer, but he planned his murders carefully and avoided police for decades. This intelligence makes them more dangerous. They know how to hide their actions. They know how to pretend to be normal. It also shows that serial killing is not always about sudden anger. It can be a cold, planned act. 10. They often want fame or attention. Some serial killers want to be famous. They want people to know their names. They may leave notes for police or talk to the media. They enjoy the attention and fear they create. This desire for fame shows how much they need to feel special. In their normal life, they may feel invisible. But through killing, they become known. They feel like someone important, even if it is for a horrible reason. Not all killers are like this. Some stay quiet and never want to be caught. But for others, the attention is part of the reward. Conclusion: serial killers are not all the same, but they do share some common traits: painful childhoods, lack of empathy, need for control, love of fantasy, and more. By learning about these traits, we do not excuse their actions, but we understand them better. It helps psychologists, police, and society to see warning signs early and protect others. It's important to remember that not everyone who has a bad childhood or mental illness will become a killer. Many people go through pain and still choose kindness. Serial killers are rare, but studying them teaches us important lessons about the human mind. Thank you for listening. Please note, This video is made for English learning only. The information is simplified and may not be fully accurate. Always check official sources if you need verified facts.